How's it going, folks? Really cool video today. We're at Lewis Smith Lake in the middle of February. Had an extreme cold front come through the day before we went fishing. But it brought with it warm rain. And when I say warm rain, it was warmer than the water temperature at Smith Lake. Smith Lake is known for tons and tons of run-ins. So we had all of that warm water flowing into cooler water, which brought the bass up shallow. It's one of my favorite times to go fishing at Smith Lake. Fishing the run-ins, shallow water, the water's rising, bass moving up, feeding. We caught over 45 fish that day. And I'm going to show you this video, and at the end, stay tuned, because I'm going to share with you the techniques, the lures that we used, rods and reels that we used, and why we used them, so you can go out there and do the same. Hope you guys enjoy. Get him in the boat.
Coming around.
All right.
Coming around.
Swing him in. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, welcome back, folks. Special day today. Look, beautiful Smith Lake runoff. I'm here fishing with my uncle. This is a man that, hey, spent time with me when I was just a little old runt. Brought me out here fishing.
Yes, sir.
He just caught him a spotted bass. We had lots and lots of rain, so these run-ins just pouring into the lake right now. The water level went up last night, past 24 hours, about 2 feet. These spotted bass are running up here in these run-ins. We're having a blast. We already caught a few.
Got a miss.
We're about to get after it. Hopefully show y'all something.
What a day.
Look at this rig right here. Oh, the secret.
Like
the secret's out. The secret's out. Shh.
Under that limb. Another large man.
No, spot.
You know
Spotted bass. Pitched it under that limb and right at that runoff.
Right there in that runoff.
That's too much fun, dude. I don't care what anybody says. It's just fun, fun, fun. 12 3/4. He going on a skillet. How? With a spinner bait, dropped it in there under that bush with the jig, and this little spot come out.
You see how high?
Yeah, well these are. That's awesome, dude. I want to flip this jig right up under here too. Bet they're laying up in there, right up under them trees. You got one? Yep. Nice. Beautiful. Oh, he's playing him, son. He's playing him. Yeehaw. Was he on that bush right there? Yep. That's crazy. That's awesome. I'm trying to get it back there under this. Skipping it under that tree right there. On my knees. Look, I think I had one. As soon as I tightened my line, he was already on it. Yeah. Look, he picked it up. Picked it up right when I started reeling in. These little old dinks. Oh man, that's so funny. Huh? You need the net? Oh. Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat. Nice. 15 incher. Fun on that spinnerbait, son.
Oh, he grabbed it and just went.
Ah, I missed him. Sitting here admiring your fish.
Well, I hope he bites this jig. Water's a lot warmer right here. A whole jerk, 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 jerk. He ain't got it. Yep, yep. He come back and got it. That's what I'm talking about. Run ins, baby. Little dinks. Tasty little dinks. Oh man. That's funny. Look. Ah. Little dinks. I'm gonna have to start messing with these little dinks. Cockeyed fish. This is good water clarity right here. Finally. Good one. Large head.
You have the camera on?
Yeah, it's on, son. Look at that. Show it off.
Yeah, you never rewind, you never turn it off.
Yep.
No,
Large head, son. 13 1/4. Slot fish. We got a slot limit. It's 13 to 15 inches. Dirty jigs, 3/8 ounce with old Z-Man punch crawl. They eating it up. Yes, sir. Throw him in. Slang. Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one. On the Nico crawl? That's your, you love that rig, don't you? You love that Nico crawl. Woo, doggy. Good one.
that was a good
Four
fish of the day.
4-pounder.
You lost. Good one there.
Look at my spinnerbait. On this, I mean, little bit, I was like, this ain't much of a runoff. I was all tangled up and everything.
Dang, that's a big one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Huh?
Another 3 or 4 pounder. Little old bitty hole right here.
One over front right here.
God, I'm talking about I took it almost plumb out of my hands. What in the world? Oh. God. That was just like dynamite. And then I'd throw right on top of it. I mean, it was like you threw right on top of him too. Look, he's got it running with it. Good one, good one. 16. Here, lip him, This is light line.
No way.
Huh?
Really? Live? Live?
Lift him, man, lift him. Right there he is, just perfect for it. Look at that fish. He come up and hit that spinnerbait, about knocked it out of my hands.
That fish got some color. He's been up here in this clear water.
Yep. Sure has. Then I threw out there with the worm. Got him. He's gonna be 15 and a half.
Pretty.
Huh?
He's pretty.
He is pretty. Well, we're gonna find out. He's, yep, 15 1/4. Bleep. Right there, look. They stacked up right there. It's on, dude. They're stacked up right there. Good one. Good one.
Net.
Net. Net. Get the 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 net. Grab him, 2 hands. Grab him. Grab him. That's my picture fish. Man, you want a picture? He got you. Look at that. Woo. Man, I'm like, are you gonna?
Man, look at the dip, man.
Oh man, that's funny. That's, look, barely was in there.
I mean,
Barely was in there, dude.
boy, it's pretty. Yeah, that's a picture fish.
I know it. I know it. I'm gonna weigh him. See what he measured. I don't even have my it ain't even long enough. 18 1/2 inches. I'm gonna catch this other one and then weigh him. And then weigh him and then turn him loose.
Okay.
Turn him loose. Need the net? You need the net? Get him in. Oh, spit something out. What did you spit out?
Give me the mouth.
Shad? Let's see what he weighs. Scales say, easy fish, easy. 3 pounds, 1 ounce. 3 pound, 1 ounce. Nice 18 1/2 inch, healthy spotted bass. There he goes.
Man, what an awesome day out there at Smith Lake. It's one of my favorite times to fish. The run-ins coming into the big body of water. Lots of current flowing through, trying to figure out where the eddies are, casting up under trees. Really fun time. A lot of targets that you can pick and cast and try to just punch your way through there and figure out where the fish are. It's awesome. I'm gonna start off with this spinnerbait right here. I want you to look at this thing. Man, it is chewed all to pieces. I mean, the skirt is about gone. Here's another one, so you can see how full that skirt is. And then look at this one, just chewed all to pieces. It's a War Eagle spinnerbait, 1/4 ounce, okay, which is real critical. And I think especially at Smith Lake, because the blades are a lot smaller, it's a lot smaller spinnerbait, and in those run-ins, when you cast it up there, the lighter the bait, the more the water is going to move the lure. So I was just casting up in the run-ins and just reeling it slow through the current, and man, when it would come through wherever a fish was, the eddy, they would come up and pound it. Okay, the water was a little stained, but it doesn't matter what body of water you're on. If you're fishing right now, early springtime, have a spinnerbait tied on. I don't care where you are, and throw it, because this is a good time. Bass, you can locate where they are their staging, spawn, pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn, whatever. You will find them on a spinnerbait. Okay. The other lure that I was throwing that had success on. So we caught a lot of small fish. We did. My Uncle Robin was predominantly fishing a worm, Z-Man TRD, okay? I was throwing the spinnerbait and jig, and it seemed like the bigger bites that day came on this jig, okay? I love this jig right here. It's a Dirty Jigs HP football head, okay? High performance. This is the Watermelon Sapphire, okay? And this jig, I trimmed the skirt on it a little bit to give it a more compact profile. Trimmed the weed guard because it sticks out, so I trimmed it a little bit, and also took 2 or 3 off. I don't know if you can see, because just you know, less bulk there. And also, I feel like the trailer I used was really critical. And it was a Z-Man punch crawl. Very, very small, okay, trailer. And no kick on these tails, okay? It's just pinchers here. And I think that subtle action was critical to getting some of those bites. And if the water temperature is cooler, I think you should try going something subtle instead of a rage crawl or something that has a lot of kick. Try something subtle. And also, these pinchers, as you guys know with the Z-Man's plastics, they want to stand up in the water. So so here's the thing, I had to trim about 3 ribs off of it because I like for everything to be uniform. The pincher's just barely sticking out under the skirt. So if I thread this on here real quick, I'll show you guys what was happening. So there it is. All right, see how the pinchers barely stick out under the skirt? So when this jig is standing on the bottom, these pinchers right here with the Z-Man's Elastex plastic was standing up. And you'd watch me when I was casting it up under them limbs, up in the run-ins, and it would hit the bottom. I'd keep my rod tip up and just barely work it on the bottom through those rocks, and it was coming through those eddies, and the fish setting up under the current breaks. And when that jig's coming up and it comes up over that rock and they see it under them current breaks, bam, they was hammering it. Really, really fun way to fish in run-ins and in current, any soft current, wherever you are across the country. Love this jig, love this profile. Look at that, really compact. Trim the skirt up a little bit. And the reason I do that too is because Smith Lake is predominantly a spotted bass lake. They have smaller mouths. So, little compact profile never hurt anything when you're fishing for smallmouth or spotted bass. But you also saw in the video, I caught some largemouth on it as well. So now, what was I throwing it on? This here is the G Loomis IMX Pro jig and worm rod, but it's 6 foot 8 inches. Okay, kind of a short rod. I think it was real critical. It helped me cast underhand, get up under those limbs when you're fishing shallow and you're target fishing. You know, I'm 5 foot 10 inches, so I wanted something short where I wouldn't hit the water and I could cast it up underhand. Short handle, 12 inches, 70 XG, Shimano 70 XG bait caster. Paired it with 12-pound fluorocarbon. Really, it's 100% fluorocarbon P-line. Really sensitive, keeping my rod tip up, just slowly working it, letting the current work it through in those run-ins. and then fish were coming out there and hammering it. What knot was I using? It's one of my favorite knots. This is a good all-around knot. I think it's called the Shaw Grisby knot, if I'm not mistaken. You may have to look that up, comment below if it's not. But you run it through the eye. Sorry, let me get it straightened here. I want to make sure you guys see this. So you run it through, and then you run it back through. So you'll have a loop. I want to show you all this. So there it is. There's the loop right there. See? And then you come up here, you bring that up there and pinch it. All right? And then you take that loop you got, go around 2 or 3 times, and then run it back up the top loop, and then slightly pull. So you got 4 lines there, and you're gonna make a knot, a little moisten. Always want to moisten your line, and then pull your main line and your tag in. And you pull it tight, just like that. And then you should have 3 tag ends right there. All right. I've got some clips somewhere around here. Don't have to get very close. Cut those off. But there it is. Really strong fluorocarbon knot. The Shaw Grisby knot. Paired up on this G Loomis IMX Pro with this Shimano 70HG. That was the ticket to catching those big fish in the run-ins at Smith Lake. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Always enjoy talk fishing. Really fun right now to be on the water. Springtime, the water's warming up. Bass are staging. Get out there on the water, tie a spinnerbait on, tie a jig on. You're gonna catch some bass. Hope you guys have fun. We'll see you next time.